This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Lila Carter.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a little dolce vita in your life? Some might be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, VIVIANA Altieri with Istituto Mondo, Italiano. VIVIANA?
Buongiorno a tutti. Buongiorno. Thank you for the invitation. It's such a pleasure to talk to you today.
Such a pleasure to have you here. So we're excited to learn all about you and your organization. Please tell us more.
Sure. Istituto Mondo Italiano is pretty much your getaway to anything Italian here in Pittsburgh. We started about 15 years ago. And so we provide language classes, cooking classes, pretty amazing cooking classes. We have La Dolce Vita Boutique. We even have our own podcast, the Italian Radio Hour. And we just wanted to be a point of reference for anyone that was either of Italian origin, might be going to Italy, or just wants to be Italian for a day.
Excellent. How did you get into this business?
Well, I'm originally from Rome. I came to Pittsburgh on a $100 bet that I made with two Duquesne students during my college years who bet $100 that will never come. I will never leave my mama. And needless to say, a couple of months later, I knock at their door with my suitcase. I say, I'm here. Where is the $100? Not kidding. I've never seen the money, but really met a lot of people worth the weight in gold. When I first came here, it took me a couple of years to get used to the language, the climate. I came in the year of the blizzard and got into high tech. I had a wonderful career. But over the years, I felt that I was losing touch of the community that had welcomed me so warmly. So I wanted to put to use my background, my skills to create, again, a welcoming cultural organization that is open to anyone, again, that loves and enjoys the Italian culture.
Amazing. So what are some myths or maybe misconceptions in your business?
Well, I have to say that I'm pretty fortunate because kind of being Italian is cool nowadays. Maybe it wasn't back in the day when the first waves of immigrants came over and they had to endure a lot of hardships. But the Italian culture is one of the most appreciated cultures in the world nowadays, whether it's the food, the contributions to art and science. So it just, as I said, more than misconceptions, I would say probably it's more varied than what people might think. So I highly encourage everyone to get involved or take a trip to Italy to really experience that variety firsthand.
So who are your target customers and how are you attracting them to the Institute?
So we do work with pretty much everyone from the 3 years old all the way to the ones in the 90s, because again, our services, we have the language classes, both for adults and children, and summer camps, amazing summer camps. The cooking classes. So the cooking classes are always a sellout. Who doesn't like to make delicious Italian food? Then we have the shop that attracts both inline shoppers and also people that come and see our space. And we do a lot of things in the community. We recently had the Little Italy Days in Bloomfield. So I set up a little table like a little nonna, and I was making pasta day after day after day. So any passerby, whether again we're little kids or grown-ups, stopped and gave a try to make whatever pasta shape I was working on. So I like to be as visible as possible. And I also like to donate gift certificates to a lot of worthy causes, really supporting also other organizations, other nonprofits. So it's kind of a give and take, right? This is my time to give back.
Have you ever thought about doing a podcast possibly to increase your visibility?
We do have a podcast that is called the Italian Radio Hour. So I've been doing it for 4 years. And I think it's going pretty well. We are covering stories both from Italy and here in the US. So we kind of tracked, I think according to the stats, there are about over 100 countries tuning in to download or listen to our content. So hopefully, we'll get also bigger traction here locally as well.
Very cool. So outside of work, what do you do for fun?
Believe it or not, I love the two wheels. So from a Vespa to a 1200cc Suzuki, I do love to take road trips. Whether it's on two wheels or maybe in a car. So traveling is indeed one of my biggest passions. I'm also pretty crafty. So my furniture might look of one color one day, and it might be a total makeover the following week.
I'm the same way about my interior design. I love to switch it up. Very cool. So Viviana, please tell our listeners one thing that they should remember about Istituto Mondo Italiano.
That we're open to anyone. First of all, we don't have any membership fee. Again, you don't need to be Italian to come to our events. You will surely have fun and make new friends. And again, whether you are a longtime Pittsburgher or a newcomer, as I was back in the day. So, and then we have also a great online shop, so you can bring a little bit of Italy to your home.
Very nice. And how can our listeners learn more about the Institute?
I'm very active on social media, but we do have an official website, which is www.istitutomondoitaliano.org. And there is no N in Istituto, but I'm sure we'll spell it out. And again, on Facebook, under my name, Viviana Altieri, Mondo Italiano. Usually on Fridays, I also do live cooking videos that we started during COVID, and it's been our weekly appointment. They can find the Italian Radio Hour on podcast platforms or on YouTube. As soon as they put Italian in Pittsburgh, I'm sure will come up.
Very nice. Yeah, it's been one of my life goals to make my own pasta. And
come on over. You're officially invited now. We'll have a follow-up episode after your pasta class.
Yeah, you can't go back to the store-bought stuff, I'm sure, once you make your own. Very nice. Well, Viviana, I really appreciate your time today and having you as a guest on our show. We wish you and the Institute the best moving forward.
Thank you very much, and ciao a tutti quanti. See you at the Istituto Mondo Italiano, and Leila, thank you again for this opportunity.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnppittsburgh.com. That's gnppittsburgh.com, or call 412-561-9956.